at the end of the day, I really don't trust myself that much. And I'm only able to go in peace when I feel like God has called me to do something. So today I wanted the video to be a little bit, first of all, whoa. Let me reintroduce myself. If you don't know, my name is Destiny. I go by Desi B on YouTube, and I make faith-based content from the perspective of a girl in her 20-somethings. Speaking of 20-somethings, my birthday this month, so what are y'all gonna get me? I'll wait. But anyway, I wanted today's video to be a little bit more relaxed, less structured, less editing and clips and stuff like that. And I just kind of wanted to just share some of the things that's been going on. And I really specifically wanted to talk about surrender because I know that that's something that is like really difficult for me. And I can understand how it can be very difficult for us in today's day and age with all the hustle and bustle, the financial struggles, everything just being how it is, and how difficult surrender can really be. So, I want to give a little bit of a backstory. When I moved to Texas, I got a teaching job. Never saw myself as a teacher, never saw myself as like a true leader, even wanting to lead a classroom. And I'm not going to lie, the pay and the stories that I hear about teachers not getting paid enough scared me. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take the teaching job. I'm going to, do whatever it is, and then I'll just pivot to tech. And I wrestled with that a lot, and it truly exhausted me. And I just want to talk about how surrendering to God's will really will put you in exactly where you need to be. So fast forward, I actually emailed the organization that I was doing the teaching training through. I emailed them around April, and I'm like, look, y'all have been so great to me, but I can't do this. And I wrestled with that for about 24 hours because I hadn't heard anything back. And I remember just crying out to God, asking him, like, why would you neglect me? Why would you leave me? And God was probably like, girl, I've been here the whole time. Nobody told you to do that. Well, the enemy told me to do that. And I honestly, I didn't recognize the fact that that was not God's voice. What was telling me to leave was my desires. And I feel like the enemy was putting urgency on that. So now I know for me, if I'm feeling like I have to make a decision right then and there, it's probably not God rushing me to make a decision. And I also learned that I have to ask for wisdom in these situations. God's not going to make choices for me. He never said that. He said, go in your strength and I'll be with you. So we make our own decisions. And I had to wrestle with that as well, that my life where it is now is just a sum of all the decisions that I chose. Even if it was God's will or not, like I chose to follow God's will. But anyway, I left that company, ended up getting a call back like, hey, what's going on? And I'm just like, I can't do this. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. And she was very patient with me and real with me, letting me know, I think you just need to be around people. And in my head, I'm like, I don't even like people that much. Like, I've been a hair braider for 5+ years, and people exhaust me. So I ended up coming back, and I'm glad I did because it taught me so much about myself. I was able to do a 3-week in-person training with other people that were going through very similar situations. I met like 3 of the most amazing people. I met 3 of the most amazing people ever. I met 3 of the most amazing people ever, and I really do feel like I was supposed to be there and that I'm not supposed to give this thing up. And the vision that God has given me will happen from this one thing. One thing about vision from God is that He really does not give you the whole shebang. And I'm so glad because I know for a fact I would ruin it. And I want to talk about that as well. So, as I went through the program, I actually, so God tends to talk to me through dreams. As I was going through the program, things were being revealed to me from the Lord through my dreams, specifically about a specific person. And because I saw that and I thought I knew best and I knew what to do with that, I took it into my own hands. I took it upon myself to push this relationship to be something that it wasn't yet meant to be. And it ended up, I won't say crashing and burning, it ended up slipping through my fingers a bit. Um, but yes, surrender, even though the Lord gives you a vision, is very much a real thing that I didn't know about. I thought, you give me the vision, like that's the green light, that's a go ahead. And it's like, no, Destiny, I'm just showing you what I'm bringing you to. And I'm just showing you these things because you're asking me. And so I'm revealing them to you. That's not a go right now. I'll tell you when to go. And so I'll be able to talk about this more probably later in life when things unfold because God is faithful and He really had to get me together. Ugh, I wish I could say more. Oh my gosh. But yeah, basically, I just wanted to talk about the importance of surrender. So I know for me, I like to pretend like I trust myself and I have my best interests and all these other things when at the end of the day, I really don't trust myself that much. And I'm only able to go in peace when I feel like God has called me to do something. So when people say surrender, 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 I used to get so frustrated because I'm like, what does that look like? What does that mean? Especially somebody who is a control freak. How do I even begin to surrender? And one piece of advice that I can give in this whole journey is that surrender literally looks like closeness to God, closeness to Jesus. It's so easy to say let something go when that thing really can hold, the fate of your future. I'm just like, okay, let the job go, let the person go. This could really just change the trajectory of my whole life. So, what really does surrender look like? And for me, what I'm learning is that surrender looks like trusting God. And I know you're probably like, oh boy, here we go again. Of course, trust God, trust God. But that really is the truth. Not just like trust that He got you, but trust that who He says He is who He is. Trust that when He says that He's the restorer of broken things, that He's the restorer. Trust that when He says He can mend broken hearts, He does that. Trust that when His word says He's the God who sees, that He sees you. And that doesn't come just overnight, or some random girl on YouTube telling you to just trust God. That really does come with surrender of things like your time. One thing that I really truly believe allowed me to really walk in surrenderance these past few weeks is surrendering my time to the Lord. At night, I normally just say like a quick prayer, or I'll start praying and then I fall asleep, never really finishing the prayer. But the past like 3.5-ish weeks, I've been getting on my knees and I've been praying heaven down, even if I don't have anything to talk about. The first couple of days was a little bit awkward, but after that, I was like, oh my goodness, I look so forward to ending my night in prayer with the Lord because I know He's about to do something tomorrow. And another thing with surrenderance that I learned is stop worrying about yourself. Oh my goodness. That is like the number one. Stop worrying about yourself and things really will fall into your lap. When His word says seek first the kingdom and all its righteousness and everything will be added to you, that ain't no joke. That is not just, oh, sing, worship, pray, go to church. That's literally run after the things that Jesus cares about. And I had to really sit with that. What does Jesus care about? He cares about his people, he cares about the body, he cares about the church. Those are things that he cares about. He wants us to steward others well. And that really rocked me because that really rocked me. Oh my gosh. The devil is a liar. That really rocked me because I'm like, God, how can I worry about other people when I have all of these things going on? I don't know where, money is going to come from. I'm out here all by myself. I'm vulnerable. How am I supposed to know? Like, how am I going to pray for other people? But when I tell you that was the secret sauce to eliminating a lot of stress, find somebody random on the street and just start praying for them. Or start praying. I don't understand what's going on. Start praying for others. And that's something that I would have never done had I not surrendered my will and taken up God's will and been around those people. I was so grieved of all of the people out here fussing, y'all. My bad. Sorry, y'all. But anyway, I would not have been able to see these things had I not been in this environment full of all the spiritual things going on and interceding on people's behalf. They look really happy. I'm sorry, I'm being nosy. Had I not surrendered my will and said, all right, God, like, whatever, I'm exhausted. I'm tired of wrestling. He done got me in my hip. Now I got a limp. So I'm like, look, just take my will from me and just do it for me. And I just kept walking. And I didn't like it at first, but I quickly was just like, all right, what is my purpose here? Because I'm not going to just be here and going through the motions. There's a reason that I'm placed here. There's a reason that I'm doing this. So what is it? Make sense of it. And then the Lord began to reveal to me the spiritual things that people in the environment that I was in was battling it. Like battling. I saw so much that honestly I was honored that God trusted me to pray for his people. So yeah, loving others doesn't always have to look like giving them the shirt off your back. It doesn't always have to look like giving them your last dollar. It could look like interceding on their behalf. When God reveals things to you about specific people through dreams, through just like literally seeing it and discerning spirits, that is now your responsibility to get on your knees and pray for that person. Even if you don't have the words to say, the Holy Spirit's going to give you the words. So I'm just interested to see what's going to unfold in this. I also want to talk about some of the things that I was going through when I halfway surrendered. I surrendered, continued on with the program, la di da. Encountered someone that the Lord showed me in my dreams and was very specific about what this relationship was supposed to look like. And I said, okay, I am going to, I'm gonna do it. Okay, whatever. I saw God doing a work in someone that wasn't yet finished. And something that I had dealt with in the past, and I guess I'm still kind of dealing with, is trying to fix people. And so I will say I got caught up in that, trying to fix people and trying to believe God for them and trying to walk their walk with Christ for them. And not so much be a support. I saw it beginning to happen, and that's when I said, look, I need to withdraw immediately. But just seeing the signs, seeing it so very clearly, and still being like, no, I'm going to do it my way. And God, you're just going to have to be there. You're just going to have to follow suit. I tried to do it my way, and it ended in confusion, pain, unnecessary falling back into old stuff and mindsets and beliefs and situations that I got delivered from. It happens. It happens. It literally happens. Sometimes we fall back into sin. Sometimes we walk right into sin. Like, it literally happens. It's a human experience, and I don't want anybody to ever look at me and be like, oh, she's this perfect Christian girl, because I'm filthy rags. And that's really just it. But yeah, I don't want to ramble, so I'm going to wrap this up. But one thing that I learned from not fully surrendering is that God is still faithful, even when I didn't fully surrender, even when I did still have so much control over the situation and try to manipulate it. God still is faithful. He still showed up in my mess today, and it did not result in shame for like the first time ever. I was disappointed in myself, but it did not result in shame. It did not make me feel like my standing with the Lord had been lost and that I'm, no longer adopted. I didn't feel rejected by him. I felt his embrace. So I hope this is able to encourage anybody that's going through a situation where they're having trouble surrendering and they don't know what to do. Just keep pressing on. I wish I had the answers. Just keep pressing on. If you're confused, if the Lord has not given you an answer, then maybe you're just not supposed to move. Maybe you're not supposed to do the thing. If he's not giving you some sort of something to hold on to. And don't be out here, saying, God, show me some green grass today. If you really want me to know. I need you to be for real. But yeah, trust that God is faithful and that he's not going to leave you. And he's not just saying that just to give you encouragement. No, he meant that. I don't know what all this noise is today, but man, just know that you're going to be okay. It's all going to work out. The man is going to come. The woman is going to come. The job, the house, all that stuff is going to come. And it's not that you're not deserving of it. I just really, truly believe that God really wants you to have these things, first of all. But he wants you to have them when you're in a place where you're able to enjoy them fully and not idolize them. That's pain. That hurts. And you can go ahead and convince God, I don't idolize this. I don't idolize that. We're going to wrap this up real quick because it's getting rowdy. But yeah, trust that God is faithful. And if he shows you a thing, he's going to bring it. That you don't have to do anything to try to manipulate it and make it work. Because that's going to tire you out. And it's going to make you start looking at God like, all right, you said this. I mean, where you at? But we're going to go ahead and wrap this up because I know that's right. I hope this video encouraged you, even if it's not so much of anything as like, even if you just feel like, okay, at least I'm not alone in this, and at least I'm not struggling and battling by myself. Like, your girl, we're here with it. Like, we on assignment and stuff doesn't make any sense, but I know the Lord gave me a vision, and if he has not given a vision to you yet, do not lose your mind, because he's going to do it. He knows how we are. He knows his children. He knows that we are like lost sheep without a shepherd. So he wants to give us these things. I just need you to wrap it around your head that he wants to show you things. He wants you to be able to receive it properly. And you don't have to do a bunch of this and that and try to manipulate God's way in order for him to do that. Like, no. It will come when you are least expecting it. I know I hate that saying because I'm always expecting it, but just trust that it's going to come. He's going to show you whatever it is. And also know that even when he do show you the vision, your feelings don't change. You still like, all right, you showed it to me. Now I need to chase after it. So at the end of the day, like, every day is literally just a walk with Christ. Like, we can't walk ahead of him. We can't walk behind him. We'll get, confused and distracted. But just know that it's all going to work out. It's all going to be okay. He's faithful to his promise. And hold true to that. I'm getting really distracted. But I love you all. God bless you all. My next videos are going to be lit. Like I said, I met some amazing people and I'm really excited to get them on here. I just got to get a couch first. But when I do, the conversation is going to be fire. So again, thank you for staying tuned. If you watched this long, I hope to see you all in my next video, and I'm praying for you all. Love you.